blessed place. How y'all doing? It's that time. So as you all come on in the room, I will sing our welcome song. If you're already in the room or you're watching the replay, go ahead and sing it with me. Come on in the room. Come on in the room. Jesus is my doctor and he writes out all of my prescriptions and he gives me all of my medicine in my room. One more time. Come on in the room. Come on, Jesus. Come on in the room. Hey, come on, blessed ones. Jesus is my doctor and he writes out all of my prescriptions and he gives me all of my medicine in my room. Hi, hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome, welcome. Hi, everybody. Hi, Lady NJ. Thank you all for being here. I appreciate you. I'm gonna jump right in because y'all know I have the propensity to just talk, and not get directly to my point. And I know this kind of irritating to some people. But then again, y'all know that's just how I do up in the blessed place. So let me just ask you all before we get to the topic. How are you doing? Ladies, how are you doing? Anybody got any comment or anybody want to tell me how they're doing, how their week, going? Um, how y'all doing? How y'all doing? As for me, I'm thankful and blessed that I'm feeling good. And ever since December, the end of December, when I went into the hospital and brought in the new year in the hospital, y'all, it's been a struggle. It's like it took me a few weeks, about 3 weeks, just to feel healthier, and then I had a bad cold, and took me a few couple of weeks to get over that bad cold, and then as I was getting better from the cold, I had back pain. My back went out, and my back was out for a few weeks, and then as my back was getting better, I got another cold. And somebody was like, "Dude, you might have allergies instead of a cold." I don't know. I've never had allergies. But sure enough, somebody recommended I get some Benadryl. And sure enough, my husband got some Benadryl because I've been taking Theraflu and all that stuff. Took some Benadryl, and 2 days later, I was feeling better. So I don't know if I've developed allergies in my older age or if I had a cold. But now, I don't have any back pain, no cold, and I'm just feeling great. But I done gave my husband my cold. So he's home tonight. Because normally he's at work on Monday nights. But he's home tonight. But I don't think he's going to be joining me because he's not feeling well. He called out. And and so as a matter of fact, I at home COVID test and I gave him a test and thank God he's negative. He's negative. But we had a wonderful weekend. We spent our weekend down south. I call it down south, South Florida, which is about a 3 hour drive from us here in Central Florida. So we spent that with family. So we had a wonderful, wonderful weekend with family. Oh, there's just nothing like family. So it was Charles' side of the family. We went to go attend a funeral, sad occasion, but we weren't really close to the person that passed away, but we were there to support our family. Anyway, so just want to give y'all a little bit about what's been going on with me over here in the blessed place. So y'all, let's just get straight on to this topic. So one of my blessed ones that shall remain that shall remain nameless unless they want to name themselves. Hey, hi. Thank you for being here. But whenever you all send me an inbox message or anything, I hold your business, your questions, your stuff in high regard and deep, and you can trust me with your business. So I would never reveal, who said what. And like I said, that person want to reveal themselves. That's totally up to them. But I did get an inbox message, and this person said that I'm gonna paraphrase because it was a nice long email, which I love. I love emails. Y'all know I like dissertations, reading and writing them. But this person, in essence, said, I've had a few relationships that I feel like I've prepared these men for marriage, and then they went on to marry someone else. And that's basically it in a nutshell. Like I said, it was a lot more involved in that, but in a nutshell, it was like I felt like I prepared these men for marriage, and they went on to marry someone else. And I started thinking how many times I've heard that, how many times, and maybe not particularly those specific words. Hey, AJ. Um, I not those particular words. Like I prepared, him for marriage, and he went and married someone else. But I know as women, we felt that. We felt that where we've dated someone, whether we dated that person for 6 months, a year, 2 years, and unfortunately, sometimes it'd be 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 years. We've dated someone or been in a relationship with someone and gave that person our all and our everything, and we waited on that person. We've been patient with that person. We've helped that person build up their credit, their reputation. We've helped them accumulate certain material things. We've helped them with their job, or might have even helped them through school. Might have even wrote their papers. Might have even did all kinds of things to help elevate them to the next level. And then after they basically kind of taken your kindness um, and used it all up, and there's not much reciprocity there, then y'all break up, whether you break up with them or they break up with you, and then before you know it, a year later, 2 years later, or sometimes even less, they've gone on to marry someone else. And you're just like, wow, everything that I gave them and deposited into them, and they went and married someone else. And I can imagine just the hurt, that causes, and the pain, and sometimes the crush that is to your spirit and to your self-esteem. But I want to help you ladies out with that. And like I say, anything that doesn't pertain to you, just help somebody else out with it. Send them a video, or just take. Some of you all say y'all take notes. I just love that. I just love that. Some of you all are like, I take notes every video. I take notes. I just love it, love it, love it. It just lets me know that you all feel that there's some value, in what I'm sharing here. Appreciate that. And I also appreciate y'all feedback. So, hey, anytime you want to reach out to me, like I say, Instagram at SoSoBlessed1 is the best and quickest way to ensure, because sometimes y'all might leave messages under my YouTube videos, and I'm sorry, it could be a week, 2 weeks later. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm sorry, I'm just reading this message. But if you inbox me, definitely, usually within no more than 3 days, and sometimes quicker than that, but at least 2 to 3 days, I'm gonna read that message and respond. Um, but I know, when that happens to us, it's crushing and it's debilitating to our self-esteem. But I want to help you out with that. And like I say, if it doesn't pertain to you, share it with somebody else. Help somebody else out with this. But ladies, again, anything I say, I'm faith-based over here. When it comes to my advice, it's all the premise and the foundation is gonna be from my faith, of being a follower of Jesus Christ. And I'm going to put that word on it. So we know that the word says, because we love, especially as ladies, we love this verse, that he that findeth a wife findeth a good thing, and obtaineth favor from the Lord. And as women, we love that, because we love being that favor maker. And that's what we are. We are the favor maker. But it's he that findeth a wife that findeth a good thing. We're some of these men are not marriage material, or not yet a marriage material. They may be one day. They may be one day. But sometimes when they're at a certain point where they're not marriage material, they're not at the maturity level yet to be able to give you what you need, to love you like you need to be loved. Like my husband said last week, and anybody here who's live and didn't watch last week's video, or didn't watch it all the way through, you might not know my husband came on. He was my guest last week, and he dropped some nuggets. But like my husband, said, is that we're giving these men too much, and we are making all kinds of excuses for them. Because when a man wants you, he pursues you and he shows you that he wants you. So a lot of times we are trying getting these men and we're trying to make them a husband. And sometimes what we're doing is we're making them a husband for someone else. Hi, Lois. I'm all up in the blessed place. Yeah, yes, you are. Yes, you are. You all are faithful, and I appreciate it. Um, but ladies, hear me, feel me. Uh, Sometimes we're just doing too much. We're trying to make a man who's not ready to be a husband. We're trying to make him into a husband. When he comes to you, he should already have his mind made up that he wants to be a husband. I'm not saying his mind is made up that he wants to be your husband. That takes some getting to know each other, and that takes some dating and interaction and intimacy. And I don't mean sex when I say intimacy, but he should come to you with a mindset, with a husband mindset. Therefore, you shouldn't have to make him a husband. You should have to get him prepared to be a husband. And unfortunately, that's what a lot of times we're doing. We are making these men, we're trying to make them into a husband, into a suitable husband for ourselves. And when once it doesn't work out, either he leaves you or you leave him, or you get tired of him uh, not loving you the way you want to be loved, you've you've prepared him for someone else. And now and I want you to understand me and hear me. Reciprocity is awesome. There's no when he is loving you, adoring you, pursuing you, claiming you, proclaiming you. There's nothing wrong with being in his corner. There's nothing wrong with both of you moving forward in a positive way when there is reciprocity. But a lot of times in these relationships, there is no reciprocity. And for those who are not quite sure what I mean by reciprocity, meaning that basically he's giving you just as much as you're giving him, and you're giving him just as much as he's giving you. And you're not pouring everything into him, making him a priority, and he's treating you like an option. That's what I mean by reciprocity. It's like we're allowing men to treat us like we are one, two, three, four, five, six options, and we're treating him like he's our priority and our only option. And if there is no reciprocity, you don't make him into a husband for the next person. And I'm gonna give you some examples of ways that we do that. Um, and I'm talking about, like I say, I'm talking about when you're dating. Now, when a man puts a ring on it with a date, okay, we're talking about a different level now. Because I will say, I did ask my husband. He's out there, and we're sitting watching TV, and I told him what the topic was going to be tonight, and I said, "Well, baby, I already know what answer, you know, I already gave to this person in the inbox, and I know what I'm going to say on the video, but from a man's perspective, what, how would you answer that? What what light could you shed? What could you share with the ladies when a woman is giving her all, making these men husbands for someone else?" And his first question was, "Well, what do you mean making them husband or husband material for someone else? Like, what is this person doing to make? What are these women doing to make these men husband material?" And I said, "Well, this person didn't say specifically." I said, "But I know as a woman, I'm imagining what this person means is you help them out. You help elevate them. When you met them, either either they were mediocre or they barely had a job or no job, or they were they were content. They were content with mediocrity, but perhaps she elevated him in his fashion. Perhaps she encouraged him in his job. Perhaps she filled out applications for him. Perhaps she did resumes for him. Perhaps she encouraged him to go further in his career. Perhaps hi, hi Malcolm, welcome, welcome. Thank you for being here on our live. Um, so I was explaining to my husband what I thought, women mean, women in general, not just this specific person who inboxed me, but what women mean in general when they feel like they've given their all to a man who went and took that and married someone else. And I said perhaps she, elevated him. Maybe she helped him start his business. She got his business started for him. Perhaps she even, gave him money to start. And he said, well, first of all, did I gave him a few more examples of what I thought, and he said, well, first of all, did he propose to her and give her a date? I'm wonderful, thank you. I'm wonderful, thank you for being here. Um, and so that was my husband was like, well, did he give her a ring and a date? And he's like, if he didn't give her a ring and a date, then she shouldn't be doing all that. She shouldn't be doing wifely stuff without a ring and a date. And I told him basically that was my answer. That was basically my answer. And I'll tell you things that we do to. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Next thing he asked me was, what is he doing for her? Are they helping each other? Are they, or is she, or is it just one sided? And I said, quite often, baby, in these relationships, it's one sided. Now, I'm not saying the guy doesn't do anything because one of my blessed ones who watched a video of mine a few years ago, inboxed me and she said, D, I loved your videos and everything that you were saying. It's like, but these guys fool you because nobody would date a guy who was all bad. They fool you with the good stuff, and therefore that's how you get mentally that's how you get mentally fooled because nobody's gonna come at you with all bad. They mix the bad in with the good, and um and I understand that. I understand that a guy or nobody's gonna come at you with all bad. Guys are gonna tell you what you want to hear because that's the only way to get what they want is to tell you what you want to hear. And hey, I'm sure it could be the other way around too. Girls, ladies probably can tell you what you want to hear, just because some women know how to stroke a man's ego to get what they want. But that's why I say you cannot go by just what someone is telling you out of your mouth. You have to go by actions. That old adage of actions speak louder than words, it's so true, especially in a relationship, because a person cannot fake it in their actions for too long. They can fake it a couple of times, a couple of weeks, but a person's actions in a relationship, especially a guy, honey, a woman can fake it for a long time. She can fake those actions for a long time, especially if you got some money and you paying her bills. Or she can fake it for years. But a man cannot fake it for long when he is not into you. He might fake it a few weeks to get in your bed. I was gonna say to get in your drawers, but that didn't sound holy. But hi, Miss A, how you doing? Um, yes, but a man could only fake it for so long. He'll fake it for a couple of weeks. A few, I would give him a month. But a man really can't fake it for a month. A man can fake it for a couple of weeks. But we so quick. Oh, no problem. I'm glad you're here. Thank you. Um, I'm telling you, man, y'all, ladies, if you hold on to your draws, if you hold on and be patient, Time will weed out some of the undesirable because a man cannot fake it for long. You want to know, does he really care about me? Does he really want me? Is he pursuing me? Just be patient and hold on because he can't fake it for long. Ah, hey, how you doing? No problem. I'm glad y'all here. I appreciate you coming in. Y'all know me. I had to run my mouth from the beginning, so you ain't missed a whole lot. I had to run my mouth a little bit, but yes, ladies, hold on. Be patient. You want to know if a guy really cares about you, if he wants you, if he's pursuing you, if he wants a relationship. Yes, time will weed out. Yes. Yeah, just Miss Rob said, yes, time will weed out. Time because men are not patient the way we are. Hi, cousin. Y'all who don't know Verna, who just said hello, everyone. She's my cousin. Hi, lady. Thank you for being here. Um, so yes, you all want to know whether or not a man really cares about you, if this relationship is going anywhere. And I know a lot of times, y'all, we are in these relationships, and that's what we're wondering because the mind, when you're in a relationship, a lot goes on in the mind. Yes, yes, Lady NJ. A lot, a lot goes on in the mind. You're like, does he like me? Does he care about me? Is he playing games with me? Is he married? I was telling somebody was like about a relationship, and this young lady was like, I don't know if he's married, and I don't know if he's playing games with me or whatever. And I said, honey, that's easy to tell. That's easy to detect. It's easy. You have to be able to. Oh, I know I'm kind of veering off a little bit, but you got to be able to allow yourself to accept. You got to allow yourself to accept what your spirit is telling you because it's easy to detect if a man is lying to you. Yes, Vernon says, I ask questions. It's easy to tell if you allow yourself to open up to those, to seeing those things. But see, we don't want to open up because now that means gotta let him go and on to the next one. Another one bites the dust. Gotta kiss another frog. It's like so we don't want to no. We don't want to open up our ears and our spirit to what the truth is. But if you are patient enough, and like Vernon said, asking questions, if you're asking questions and listening to those answers and paying attention, and not just listen to the answer now, because y'all know men gonna tell you exactly what he knows you want to hear. So it's more than just asking them questions and listening to what they say. It's looking at those actions. And like I was telling this person who reached out to me about the relationship. This is a whole different situation than what I originally was talking about. This is kind of a sidebar. The young lady was asking, trying to see if he's lying to her and if he's married, and I said, honey, that's easy to tell. If you don't have free access to this man, let me see. I've learned the hard way not to give a man all of my emotions after believing the bull. Yes, yes. Sometimes we have to learn the hard way. Actions, words should align. Exactly, Verna. Actions and words should align. And what we do is we go with just the words. But if those actions are not align, you want to know if a man is he in another relationship besides yours? If his actions and words are not aligning, if you don't have access to this man, then something is not right. I'm telling you. I'm telling you right now, you who's listening to me, one of y'all who's listening to me, you're talking to somebody and you're wondering, is he being straight with you? And does he have someone on the side? Or maybe you're the one on the side. His actions and his words should align. Don't just listen to what he say. If you don't have access to this man, he's got somebody. Now, if you don't care, then that's okay. But if you're seeking a relationship, and then you should care. Because if you can't call him at any time, and when I say at any time, I don't mean calling the man 2 o'clock in the morning. You know he got to be up at 5, sit and go to work. But what I'm saying is, y'all must talk before 6 p.m. or 7 p.m. before he hit inside that house and let up that garage and go inside and close that garage, and he can't talk to you no more after 7 o'clock. Or if he's still away for a few minutes because his wife ran to the store and he can talk to you for 5, 10 minutes before she come back home. But if your time is limited and you don't have access to him, if you they ain't FaceTiming him and see his environment, y'all know we got technology these days. Y'all can't FaceTime. Availability is a key component to yes, Verna, yes, availability. If you don't have access to him and he's not available, if y'all in close proximity enough, like I know these days we have long distance relationships and all that, but if y'all close proximity and he can't come, you can't go to his job during his lunch break, or he can't come to your job during your lunch break. Like I said, I'm talking about you close proximity. I do know we have long distance relationships, but even in long distance relationships, we can't FaceTime. Like I told y'all last week, me and my husband FaceTime and his face is all up in the camera. I'm like, oh no, brother, why your face all up in that camera? I called him back. Who you with? He was with our son, but I was like, I know y'all face up in that camera for a reason. You know what I mean? So I'm just saying, you gotta pay attention to these things and call it. I don't care. We've been married 16 years. Why your face all up in that camera? You gotta pay attention to these things and the clues. Man, can you FaceTime with you? You know, At any time, he can't show you that I live alone. This is my house. This is my apartment. You can't come over to his apartment or his house. Of course, you gotta be safe. But I'm talking about as you all are starting to talk and date and all that. We just have to be open to the possibility of what we're going to see and what we're going to find out. And a lot of times we don't want to know because who wants to kiss another frog? The canceling of plans. Verna, you own it, girl. The canceling of plans. I think, well, I don't know, Verna, I don't know if you saw it, but last week my husband was on the video, and that's one thing we talked about. Canceling plans. He every time y'all make a date or make you're supposed to go somewhere and do something. Yeah, and I said just like I said on the video, y'all know us. We get just as excited. We might even go get a new outfit. We gonna put on our good bra, like I say. You gonna put on your smell good stuff. You gonna put on your jewelry. You gonna make sure that you looking good and you smelling good. And then he canceled the plans and you let down. But what we gonna do? We're gonna excuse it. We're gonna excuse it. We're gonna make up a reason. We're gonna rationalize away why he did that. Well, he is tired. He did have to work a double, and he is tired. So you don't understand that a man who is pursuing you, who wants you, he's not making any excuses. None. Zero. Zero. But because we're so soft hearted, because we're so loving, because we don't want to be lonely, we rationalize away these things. And I understand not wanting to be lonely. Y'all, there were times I was single for 13 years. From the time I broke up with my daughter's father, she was 3, to the time I got married, she was 16. I was by myself for 13 years. No boyfriend. I understand being lonely. There were times I cried I was lonely. But I prefer to be lonely than to be with these guys. Now, don't get me wrong, I dated some, but after a while, I just stopped dating because I couldn't take it. I couldn't take it. I'd rather be by myself. Yes, they don't follow through on anything, excuses. hmm Try to go fly a kite, my cousin said. Yes, a man who breaks plans, don't follow through, disappears, he's MIA at times, then he has something to hide. He has something to hide. And this is the thing. Okay, I know I'm like getting so off topic, but this is kind of free for all. This makes me sad because I have not yet experienced a man consistently going out of his way for me enough. Okay, you know what? Okay, that's like a whole nother topic there. But she says that I have never, never dated a man or been with a man who like went out of the way for her. And I have a friend who said that. She's like, D, I, she's been married a few times. Um, she has a few she's had a few relationships, and she said, "Teacher, I've never had a man who adored me." She said, "I've never had a man who adored me. I've never had a man who pursued me." Ladies, that's because okay, this is what we're going to talk about next week, you guys. Because I thought about that this week, but I said I want to talk about this topic. But next week, y'all tell your sister, tell your mama, tell your grandma, tell you anybody who's single, tell them to be on live next week. Because what I want to talk about next week is the way some of these men feel about us that they will never tell you, and how you lose the respect of men. Okay, that's a whole nother thing, but that's why some women can't get a man who adores them and pursues them, is because they 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 done figured you out in the first couple of interactions. They figure it out in the first interaction, and they don't. Okay, that's a whole another topic. But stay tuned next week. Come back next week, and we're gonna get into that because I know how these men. If a man feel like he can do anything, yes, Jesus pursues us, and man will pursue us. Yes, and a man will pursue us. Yes, 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 yes. Okay. I'm getting excited. I'm getting excited. Amen. Will pursue us the same way. Yes, AJ. So true. I'm getting excited because there's so much in me that I just want to get out and share. We need to let the man chase. Yes, but I don't understand. Okay, maybe y'all can share some. I know I'm all over the place, you guys, but that's okay. That's okay because this is good. Maybe you all could help me understand because this is a hard thing. I have a hard time understanding is why do we as women, have such a hard time really understanding that and receiving that to let a man pursue you and stop pursuing these men and stop giving so much of ourselves away without any reciprocity? And if I can get women to understand anything, these men don't respect that. A man does not respect nor desire a woman that he thinks is just so easy to get over on and so easy. Men are born hunters, and most of them need to rediscover how to hunt. Yeah. But I don't know. Can anybody shed light on that for me? What is it that is hard to get women to understand about the hunting? Get women to understand that you're doing too much. To get women to understand that you're losing the respect of men. We have to check our emotions for the long run of the relationship. Yes, definitely. And I guess that was part of the answer because of our emotions. But we have to keep our emotions in check. We can't let our emotions overrun our actions. We should be in control of our emotions. And just because we like someone or care for someone or love someone, we still need to be in control of our emotions. We need to be in control of how we act and how we perceive. and how we move. It's like we have to be in control. Do you think we have enabled men to treat us this way? Yes, we have. And this is what I would say, a large segment of women. Because a large segment of women have conditioned men, I'm speaking for me, I let some good ones go because I wasn't ready. So now that I thought I had to be above, oh gosh, um, I missed part of that. I know you said you let some good ones go, um, because you weren't ready. But now that you're ready, I'm not sure what the rest. But yes, Vern, I think that what you asked that yes, we have conditioned a large number of women have conditioned men to treat us this way. And because a large number of women has conditioned men to treat us this way, men think that they can treat every woman that way. So because just say I'm just throwing out some numbers. So just because hey baby. So just because maybe 75% of women have allowed themselves to be who've conditioned men to treat them that way, that um, they think that everybody, the other 25%, gonna take that. But there's a segment of women that is not gonna take, and then who they're actually drawn to. That's who they respect, and they're gonna play around with the other women, but they're not gonna respect. Anyway, baby. So we're talking about. You good? You feel alright?
Oh, I'm just listening.
You just listening? But I know you might be just listening, but I know they want to hear from you. But let me turn this around just a little bit. But anyway, but I was just sharing with them that you know we prepare. Well, we've been talking about some of everything. But someone just asked the question. Now that I'm ready, I thought I had to go above and beyond to show them. Oh, I was ready, which is okay. So, so I said hi, Mr. So let's.
Hello, everybody.
He said hi. So what one young lady just said was that she will admit she had some good men. But she wasn't ready. She wasn't ready for a relationship or marriage or whatever, and she let them go. And then she feel like now that she is ready, she has to go above and beyond to show a man that she is ready. And to show a man that she's marriage material, that she's ready. And, so it's Hayes D's hubby. So, um, what do you think about that? Like a woman trying to go above and beyond and prove and show a man that she's ready for a marriage or a relationship.
Well, I feel as though that she can go above, beyond, but if he's not ready to marry, he's not gonna marry her. You know, it has to be a two-way street. He has to be ready for marriage. You know, he has to be on the hunt. He has to be to the point where he's saying, "Well, hey, I'm looking for my wife." You know, regardless. You know, but if he's not ready to be married, he's not gonna marry. He's not gonna marry you or marry anybody. You know, um, and if you do marry, just because it's not gonna work. You know, because it's gonna get tired. You're gonna get tired of performing. I hear a lot of men that's in marriage that got out of marriage because they said that they was in marriage for the wrong reason, performing. They feel as though that they was trapped, but now they're trying to get out without hurting their wife feelings, without hurting their children feelings, without breaking up their home. But it is what it is. You you want a happy marriage and you want a healthy marriage. If you're in a marriage and you're not happy, the spouse is not happy, it's not a healthy marriage. And this is just my advice for what I see. You know, um, all marriages not of God. All marriages are not put together by God. It's time to move on. If somebody's not loving you like Christ loved the church, somebody's not loving you, you know, um, hey, you try, but you can't make nobody love you. I mean, we all want to be loved, but you can't make nobody love you. You know, and be committed to you and gonna treat you right. You know.
Mm. Now, one thing you said about, if a man is just not, ready to marry, he's just not gonna marry you or not treat you right if he does marry you. But the original conversation and the original question was, when a woman feels like she's preparing these men, she's preparing a man for marriage. and then he, sometimes women stay in a relationship a year, 2 years, 5 years, sometimes 10 years, in anticipation that one day he's gonna marry me, and then they break up, he leaves or whatever, and then before you know it, he marries, he marries somebody else.
Give me an
Um,
example. You preparing a man for marriage. What do you mean by preparing a man for marriage? Are you saying that? Are you saying that you preparing him how? You helping him with his credit score. You helping him with a job. He should be ready to marry. The man should be ready to marry. We're talking about a man. We're not talking about a boy. We're not talking about a child. What you classify as a man. Preparing him to get married. You can't prepare not a man to get married. He knows when you want to get married. He knows that if you want to marry somebody, those are questions you should be asking in a relationship at early stage, where hey, do you want to get married? Are you looking for a wife? You know, and if he is, what you doing? What have you already prepared? Are you working? Are you saving? Are you you know, are you what are you doing? You know,
mhm.
because
Look,
the word of God says when you find a wife, you find a good thing. So he should be already looking ahead. No, do he have it all together? He may not have it all together, but who does have it all together? But he have the basics together and everything.
and I think that to me, that's maybe somewhere, sometimes where we're not quite sure as women where the balance, where the line is. We understand nobody's gonna be perfect. We
Mhm.
understand that, you know, as women, we always want to help. We built to help.
Mhm.
We help. We want to help a man. We want to help somebody out. But where is the line between I should help a man, or he should already come in? He should already come to me prepared to be a husband. Does that make sense? Like where usually most women help elevate a man. So it's like where do you find the balance? I don't know if anybody understands what I'm asking.
I
Um,
think I think that most women makes the mistake at when they first meet a man is that first of all, man's a visual. He's attracted to you from its from a visual point of view. I would go for it saying most men are 95% visual. Some men are automatically attracted to certain women as far as education wise, how they speak, or whatever. But most men are attracted to you by the eyesight at first. So realize that right there. If he's not attracted to you visually first, um, most likely, it, I'm just telling you, they're visual. You know, so you know, so going there with that, with looking at where, hey, okay, he like what he see. He like my titty. He like my breast. He like my butt. He like what I see. He like my physical aspects of me. And then now you have to start seeing exactly where he's at. Do you like him? But now as the relationship goes on, now you have to understand: is he educated? Is he mindful? Is he respectful? What kind of family he comes from? So those are things that you should pick up early in a relationship. And if he's not rooted and grounded, good in those things right there, all those are warning signs. I mean, if those lights are going off, you may not want to see them, but they're there. So don't get all caught up just because in a relationship where at first he's looking at you, but understand that before you start um, investing your time, your quality time, your money into him, check him out.
so please write a book. So much wisdom here.
I'm just saying, check him out. Because I'm telling you, you know, I'm just speaking the truth.
Heartbroken again.
And that's why. You become so involved in him, and he smell. Believe me, men smell low esteem. They smell that. They smell it. They smell. They see that smile better right here. So don't show your teeth to one people say don't show your teeth to every man. Don't be smiling at every man's man. And it's true. Just cause somebody give you a compliment, hey, yes, understand. Hey, be like my daddy told me I'm beautiful, I'm loved. My sisters, they'll tell you quick that they grew up where our daddy told them how beautiful they was, how lovely they were. They told them that they was the best looking girl in Henry County. And one of my sisters said when she heard daddy tell her, told her other sister that, she said that hurt her heart. But what I'm saying is, it's just that you have to understand men and understand them in a way that's going to help you out.
And to me, that's the thing. We don't understand men at all. When I say women, we to me most women. I grew up my earliest age learning about men. My earliest, my earliest. I don't know if it's just a gift, but my earliest, I'm saying 10, 11. I started watching men, studying men. My dad and his brothers, just different men,
Right.
and listening, watching, talking to my dad just. But I have a question. But back to that, I'm amazed because I feel like if we understood men, most of us would be married. I just really do. Who want to be married? Like I said, everybody don't want to be married. Why is it important for us women to know ourselves before we? This is why. This is why it's important for us women to know ourselves before we get into a relationship. But Verna, I saw your question. Verna, that's my cousin Verna Steen. We call her Verna. Verna, she asked, is it more important to a man a woman's beauty or her character?
Not even talking to man. That's a very legit question there. To me, I'm like this right here, and I'm speaking for most men. Character goes a long way with men. Now, I'd rather I'd have, as far as physical, beautiful woman. Character, stupidity. Just amaze me. That turns me off. Um, um, most men, a dumb woman turn most men. I know you may say that. Hey, that educated woman, smart woman, that they run away from me and stuff like that. Now, if you flooding it, that may turn them off. But most men's will be stimulated in the mind to somebody to help them grow and think and stuff like that. Okay, for me, my brother Joe, he said that he knew he was dumb. My brother Joe said he knew he was dumb. He said, but he prayed to God that God sent him a woman that's smarter than he was because he knew he was dumb. You know, and I knew I was dumb too, and I didn't even pray to God, and God sent me a smart woman. You know, and most men are looking for somebody to enhance them, to to um, to make them to make them better, but also to make them better in the sense of not to put them down or oh I made you better or whatever, but to uplift
Or
them.
throwing it up in their face,
Right.
or making them feel like I made you
Right.
better.
So you have to use wisdom with men because they easy to get their egos hurt when you say certain stuff out your mouth. Easy to get their egos hurt. My wife said something today out of her mouth. I had to straighten her on. I said, hey, look here. Don't be telling me that. Don't be talking to me that kind of way. Telling me to be quiet like I'm a child. You going crazy.
He misheard. And not he didn't mishear. He just interpreted the way he want to interpret.
See?
I did. I did not say be quiet. I did not say that.
But that's where I interpret it.
See, but he
You know what I'm saying?
interpreted it that way.
Because when you telling me, hey, look, you don't say nothing. What's
And
that
I
telling
didn't
me?
say don't say nothing.
You see that?
You see, I
I
did
just
not.
let
See,
it go.
you just interpret it. You just interpret things the way you want to.
You see
Mm-mm,
that,
mm-mm,
though?
mm-mm.
So no marriage is perfect. And communication is is the key to certain things. And so you have to be able to let go certain things, But
Wow.
it's all good. It's all good. But
Thank you.
I will advise a woman, you know, you can pick a man hard out and see where he going basically within a month. It don't take long.
Mm-mm.
It don't take long. Don't let it string you along.
Nope.
Because if he string you along, he string somebody else along too.
And what I told him before you came in here too is basically that I said you give it a good month. Be patient and give it a good month. I said because a man say D said I didn't say that. You heard what you wanted to hear.
What she said?
You heard what you wanted to hear.
Judge, I heard what I wanted to hear.
I did not tell him. I told we were handling some business and he would want to come up there to talk to the people because we were displeased about something and he want to come talk to the people and I was standing in line. He was back there like sitting. So when my turn in the line, he gonna come up there so he can get people a piece of his mind. And I
That's what
said,
she assumed.
why else he came up there? And
That's what she assumed.
baby, please don't come up here telling these ladies off. They have nothing to do with this.
See, that's what
And
she
so,
assumed.
see, but I did not say be quiet, don't say nothing. I just said don't. It's not their fault. Don't come up here,
Come
telling
on,
them
tell
off.
her,
I said don't come up here
don't
getting on.
talk
I
down.
said getting on them. I said don't come up here getting on
See what
them.
I'm saying? That's what she assumed.
But I did not say be quiet. I just said don't come up here getting on them. It's not their fault.
See what you want to say.
And then he just interpreted that listen here, woman. You don't tell me to be quiet. I said
Right.
I didn't tell you to be quiet.
That's right.
But like you said, we have a wonderful relationship. But believe me, a wonderful relationship don't mean that you don't have disagreements or you don't
A different
or different
opinion.
opinions or upset or anything like that. But we do treat each other respectfully.
True.
I just said, okay, I hear you, I understand. I said, but I didn't tell you that, but I understand.
Just kept talking about it.
But anyway, but thank you for the comment. I did read the comment that's I think it's Devil's Advocate said she's been I think it's a she. Sometimes I'm not sure if I'm talking to a man or woman. I think it's a she, and said that she's been in Blessed Place for since 2010, 2011, and she enjoys being part of the Blessed Place and lots of good wisdom and stuff. So thank you, I appreciate it. That's a while. 2010, 2011. You're talking about 10, 11 years. So thank you so much. But yeah, one thing that you were talking about. I mean, what I told them that something similar you said was that you said give it a month. I told him now women we can fake it. We can not really like a man much. Obviously I thought so. I thought so. Thank you. But I was telling them that women say we got a man who's taking good care of us, wealthy, whatever, taking care of us. We might not even too much like him, but we can fake it for a long time. I said, but men can't fake it. Be patient. A man, he can tell you all kinds of things, but as far as his actions, he can't fake it too long. If he's not into you, it's gonna come out in the wash within basically that month.
And once he stop calling you, coming around, don't have time for you. You can always call him. Call me before you come over. I'm busy.
Like Vernon said, changing plans,
Mm-hmm.
making excuses, changing plans and canceling plans.
Oh, he about finished with you. He wants you to go on.
Hey,
You know. So you just believe me. Whatever signs he's showing you, believe him.
and
Believe him.
you just said something so important when you say he wants you to go on. This is when I say I wish women knew men. Rarely, when I tell you rarely, there may be, there's always exceptions, but rarely, hi Ebony, are you gonna find a man that's gonna come and tell you straight out, I'm just not feeling you no more. So this gonna be our last phone call. I
No,
just want to let you know this is our last phone call. I'm not feeling it.
but you should,
We're not
but you should not take it as a turn off or as it's you.
right,
It's him. You
right,
should not don't down yourself. Because he want to move on. Let him move on. He,
right.
he missed his blessing.
Right.
Just stop thinking just because he don't want you.
I'm gonna ask him.
Something wrong with you.
But this is a good question. I just said
Hmm?
rarely are you gonna find a man that's just gonna tell you Hey, just let you know this our last phone call. I want you to make sure you got closure, whatever. I ain't feeling it. We ain't vibing. You know, this ain't working. And Verna asked a good question. Why won't men just say it? Why men won't just say,
He don't want. Most men are basically they. We grew up not wanting to hurt our mother feelings, not wanting to hurt our sister
oh,
feelings,
y'all listen to
not
this.
wanting to hurt our auntie feelings, not wanting to hurt a woman's feelings. Now I'm gonna tell her brother, quick nigga, kick rock. I'm finished with you. It's over. Hey, don't talk to me no more in
Okay,
life.
Lady NJ, hold it just a moment so I won't miss it.
You know, don't talk to me no more in life. But most men are we are groomed in that right there, not to hurt a lady's feelings, not to hurt your mom, not to hurt your sister feelings, not to hurt your. I mean, my mama, grandma, sister, them, they tell me something. Hey, I ain't gonna hurt their feelings at all and stuff like that. But another man, I can hurt
Okay,
another
I'll
man's
ask you.
feelings.
That's a
Wow.
very good point. Okay, I'll let you. That's a very good point. I didn't think about that. How men are groomed. You could tell from. I'm talking. You could have siblings
Mm-hmm.
who are 3, 4 years old and say, "You hurt your sister's feelings. Say I'm sorry."
Mm-hmm.
Right. So,
We're groomed.
so you're groomed not to want to hurt a woman's feelings.
Yeah.
Can't hear you. Oh, I don't know. Lady Laird says that I think we're fading in and out. Or anybody else having any audio issues? Or I might have to turn off my which I think I forgot my headset on. Can y'all hear Charles? Okay. But I didn't think about that you all are groomed not to hurt our feelings. So rarely ever are you going to get a man. Okay, Verna said she can hear this fine. Rarely ever are you going to hear a man who's going to tell you straight out, "I don't want you," or "I don't like you," or "We're not vibing," or or yeah we also okay. Some people say we can hear both. Some people say nah. I'm not quite sure, but let me see. I don't know. But anyways, I'm hoping that they can hear you. Charles Love. Okay. All right. Maybe I forget. I don't forgot this whole time that Charles is talking through my headset. I think that's on my head. But we can hear clearly. There you go. Oh, okay. They said maybe I forgot that you're talking, but I forgot my headset on. Okay. So next time I have to remember y'all. I didn't know. I didn't even know he was coming in here. So next time I have to remember that I have a headset. But anyways, so men. Let's see. Oh gosh, I don't know. I missed that. But men are conditioned not to hurt our feelings, so they're not going to tell us. So we have to make the decision. We have to. It's incumbent upon us to guard our heart. It's incumbent upon us to say that this is. Thank you. This is incumbent upon us to say this is not working, or he's become more distant now, like Verna said, or that I could tell that he's just not into me the way he should be because he's not gonna tell. And for women, we waiting on the gotcha moment. We waiting on to find out that he's talking to somebody else, or we waiting on, you know,
You can wait on months for that, years for that. You know
yeah,
what I'm saying? Dragging on. You know,
hmm yeah.
if you settle for just a phone call a week or whatever, you sell it.
He'll take a phone call and he'll reach out to you once a week for the next year,
If
two
that's what
years,
you want.
if that's what you allow. Yeah, yeah. So I think I think somebody asked, how can you respectfully tell a man that you're not interested in him?
Oh, just tell him. Uh, um, Now he's gonna do one or two things. He's gonna step up his game, or he's gonna exit real quick. He's gonna do one of those two things because he's gonna say, "Wait a minute, she just insulted me." He's gonna take that as an insult. You know what I'm saying? He's like, "Okay, ain't all right what I thought I was to her." Wow. He's gonna do one or two things. He said, "I'm about to lose her. I'm, I'm about to lose her. Somebody else knocking at her door. I'm about to lose her." He can do one or two things. I guarantee that right there. He's gonna step it up, Or he gonna step out. When he get showing you those things, tell him that.
Okay, please let me know if you heard that. If y'all can hear Charles, if y'all heard that answer. Very good answer. Yes.
Yeah. He can respect that quickly. And he gonna get mad at you neither. Because he gonna say, oh, I've been slacking.
Mm. Let me see. Hold on. Let me, I think I'm gonna see if I can turn off this on. I don't know if I can do it while I'm on the phone. I mean, while I'm on the. But anyways, so I think they heard that.
No.
So you sound kind of far, but yes, that was a very good answer. Did that? Who? I think it was Verna. I'm not sure if it's Verna who asked that question, but did that answer for y'all? Let me speak in my ear. This I need to let you put on the headset.
Just put it right there.
So, but tell me if you think if you heard that, so that I know whether or not he needs to repeat it about how you respectfully tell a man that you don't want him. So let me know, ladies, if you heard it. Oh, okay, okay. Monica asked. Okay, and Monica, did you hear the answer, or does he need to repeat it? Boy, it's amazing how quick the hour go by. Oh, okay. All right. Okay. Well, sorry, you guys. I'll be more prepared next time. Let me see. Hold on. Okay. Now we can't. Now we can't hear either one of you. Okay. I want to see if I'm trying to see if I can turn off this thing. Mm. Anyways, I better stop before I. Anyway, this all. What's the best way to show interest? If you fear. Someone asked, what's the best way to show interest if you fear rejection? Like how a woman shows interest if she fear rejection of a man. I think that's how can a woman show a man she's interested?
Oh, okay, okay. A compliment. Uh, hey, nice shoes, nice watch. You know, uh, he would know. He would know that. Hey, okay, well, at least she's looking at me. Without going off to the deep. Oh, you look good. Whatever or you smell good. Because now you're saying where I think where you keep it at, like I said, I think where you keep it as like nice shoes, nice watch. Uh, Now, if you said something like, "Oh, you smell good,"
I gotta smile.
I smile, I smile. Uh, but when you saying that, you smell good, right? Oh, you're
No, I just
not.
wanted to hear you.
Do y'all hear me? Now, when you said that you smell good, right? Now he's saying, "Oh man, she getting a little too close," you know. hmm But when you keep it as those tangible things like watch, shoes, I think that's a good icebreaker there. You know, and see what his response. If you don't give you no compliment back, guess what? He ain't interested in you.
Oh wait, hold on. Let me see.
You will listen. Hello?
But what you think you gonna hear?
What you?
Ain't nobody gonna say nothing to you.
Did y'all get that? What I say about compliment? If you compliment him one time, if he don't compliment you back, he's not interested in you. He's not looking. He's not looking because a man will find something to compliment you on if he's interested in you.
Yeah, I think that's a very good one. That's very good. Okay. Okay. So you sound far away, but they did hear you.
Okay.
So that's a very good point that you said that if you compliment him and he doesn't compliment you back or respond positively back to you, then he ain't interested. Because most guys, do you think most guys are gonna take that? That's a segue into
Yes.
repeat that. Let me see. Pursue with caution, but okay if rejection happens. Be confident, but not overbearing.
Right.
Yeah. And the thing is, we gotta understand that rejection don't take rejection so personal. People have their likes and dislikes. They're not attracted to everybody. And you have different attractions. So it's like don't take it so personal. You know. So, anyways, we're going on. So,
Yeah.
we're going on an hour and something. So, thank you, baby, for stopping by. Um, y'all, and I don't know how, my audio. I don't know, but I'll sure make. Oh gosh, I'll make sure that I'll probably just leave my headset off next time, so that I won't have these audio issues. But we're over an hour. Thank y'all so much for hanging with me. I hope we said something of value, entertainment. Thank you, Nicole. Hopefully, we've said something of value to help you along, or for you to help your friends and girlfriends that you know. Verna, cousin, thank you for being here. All the valuable comments that you added. Yes, yes, yes. Um, I do this, ladies, because y'all know I'm passionate. I'm passionate about relationship, but the main reason is because I have such a heart and passion for women because we are amazing. We are beautiful. We are talented. We are amazing. We are so resilient. Thank you so much for answering my questions from the DM. I've learned a lot from you guys and other ladies in the chat. Awesome. You guys, you all are amazing. I want you to feel amazing. I want you to be amazing. I want you to act amazing. And believe me, your love will come and will recognize that amazingness in you. But you have to know it. You have to recognize it. And there's a way to know it and to recognize it feeling without having to be conceited or anything. It's not a conceit just to know that you are fearfully and wonderfully made and you deserve to be treated like God designed you to be treated. He pursues you, he loves you, he adores you, and that's how he intends you to be treated. So don't allow yourself to be treated any less than what God has designed you to be. All right, you guys, I love y'all. Thank you for being here. I appreciate your love, your support, your time. And again, follow me over on Instagram at SoSoBlessed1 so that we can have some dialogue and you can keep up with what's going on in the blessed place. All right, you guys, if I don't see y'all before then, I will definitely see you all next week, Monday, but I'll probably try to get a video or two in between. Please don't ever stop the lives now. And I know you are doing it. I love my second live, and I love it. Thank you. I would love to. Oh my goodness, I missed the next one. I would love to do something. I would love to. Uh, I'm sorry. Oh, you know what? I wonder if I could take. Hold on. I'm just gonna try something. If I lose y'all, then good night. But I just want to see if I can take a screenshot. Um. Oh yes. Okay, that's what I'm gonna have to start doing. I see I can take a screenshot. So what I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna start screenshotting some of your questions and then address those questions maybe in the next video or address your questions like on a like a follow up. Like I probably have like a follow up maybe a follow up video on Mondays. We love our Mondays with you. Thank you, AJ. Not, I, you know what? I'm not finna get all choked up. Y'all ain't finna get me all choked up. You can also scroll up and down. I can scroll. Girl, now why? Now why? Now why? Lady NJ. Lady NJ. Are those your initials or is it New Jersey? Why you just telling me that I can scroll up and down? Why ain't nobody told me? For the comments. OMG. Why ain't nobody told me I can scroll up and down on these comments? OMG. Wow. Y'all. Now, you know what? I'm finna take some screenshots. Okay, like the pastor say in church. I ain't holding you long. I ain't holding you no more. We dismissed. Y'all can go. I'm finna go through and screenshot some of these, and I'm gonna do a follow up video with some of your answers. So ain't nobody told me I didn't know nothing. I did not know. So I'm gonna. So y'all dismissed. You can hang out if you want to, but I'm finna take some screenshots so that I can see who in here and what y'all said and all of that. This is a shame. How many lines is this? And I did not know that I can scroll up. OMG. Wow. So y'all, I'm just like I say, don't mind me. I don't mind me. We done. But I'm taking screenshots so I can go back. Cause this the only part I hate about live. Is like a lot of times I'm missing y'all comments. OMG. So now what I'm going to start doing is sometime during the week, I'm going to do follow-up videos. And I'm going to, in those follow-up videos, so I would say, I'm not going to give y'all a day. I'm just going to say after each live, sometime that week. So you might want to put your notifications on if you don't have it. Sometime that week, I'm going to go read the comments out loud and answer or acknowledge these comments. So I'm taking screenshots so I can read what everybody said. Y'all done changed my life. Mm. You know what? Let me see. Who would? You know what? I got a gift. I'm gonna reach out because I got a gift. I got a gift for somebody who mentioned that to me. Y'all, how see y'all ain't right. How y'all let me go through? This is about our sixth live. How y'all let me go through about six lives and didn't know that I could scroll? OMG. And my hand all in the screenshots. Let me see. Can I do a screenshot without my hand being on? Yeah, this is so ghetto. Woo. I see some of y'all still hanging out too. Y'all so sweet. I know y'all laughing at me. And I might not even need to do screenshots. It might be some easier way. But I ain't good at technology, y'all. I just do my best. All these comments I miss. I'm so glad to know that I can read because half the time I'm like, what are they saying? What y'all talking about? I missed it. Okay. I'm still taking. And I'm nosy too. So I just be like, when y'all be talking in the comments, I'm like, what they talking about? I'm like, oh, that's so. I'm like, that's so awesome. My blessed ones be talking to each other and encouraging each other. I just love this community, you know. And now I get to see what y'all talking. I'm like, what they be talking about? And now I get to see what y'all saying in the comments. Okay, did I do all of them? Let's see. See, I was surprised that my husband came in here. I didn't ask him. I was so surprised because I know he's not feeling well tonight. So there's such a blessing. I appreciate his support and him come on video. Uh, so yeah, next week talk about we're gonna talk about men's language, the language they use in relationship, and what they think about us. But on the replay, let me see, because I see it says watch the replay D and scroll up and down and take all those screen. But I don't know. I didn't think to get the live chat, you just hit the chat button on the top. Man, it won't bring the live chat up. Oh, I didn't know that. Oh. Oh. Anyways, you guys, so we're gonna have a good time next week. Like I say, I probably put out a video or so, especially after I go through these comments. But for those of you who I don't see until next week, I will see you all next week. All right, love you guys. Y'all be blessed. Remember, you are fearfully and wonderfully made, and God has designed you to be treated with love and respect. And don't let anybody treat you any differently. And don't treat yourself any differently. Love y'all. Y'all be blessed.